My brain cells are literally screaming for help. I feel like my brain has finally just reached a point where it is fried. Instant gratification has rewired our brain to the point where we can't even sit still in a room for 5 minutes and not have the urge to grab our phone and go for a quick scroll. It has made patience seem like an ancient skill we lost over time. And even worse, it has stolen our ability to focus and keep our attention on one thing. Yesterday, I was really curious about how long do all of us spend on social media? How many hours of our lives do we just sit staring at a screen and scroll on our phones all day? So I looked it up on Google because I was so curious. And y'all, I had to be honest, the results really shocked me. I was like, oh my Lord, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, heck, even millennials, like, y'all, we are so screwed. And the results are shocking, let me tell you. So about an average of 4 hours a day. I thought the number was going to be bigger, but at the same time though, I wondered to myself, what else could I be doing with that time rather than just scrolling on social media, comparing myself to other people, feeling bad about my own life and all that. And I'm not trying to bash people that love scrolling on social media. There's nothing wrong with social media in general. Hello, I'm not trying to bash social media. It's obvious that I want to be a YouTuber, a content creator. I'm not hating on social media. I just saying I feel like we should use social media in moderation. From September 1st to December 31st, everybody's locking in. And for me, September is all about getting this book done. So I was like, you know what? It's time to put down the phone, turn off Netflix, and just grind. So I thought it would be a really fun challenge to replace my doom scrolling screen time with writing my book. And I know I've seen this challenge before. I seen in the Christian community that we have done it with reading the Bible. Like, how, and I've seen readers do it. The time they spent scrolling on TikTok, they replace it with reading their book. So this idea right here is not an original idea. So I have 2 rules for this challenge. Rule number 1, every time I open TikTok without thinking, I got to sit down, open my laptop, and write 2 to 5 sentences of my book. And rule number 2, let's just say last week I spent 5 hours Tuesday scrolling on social media. So this Tuesday, guess what? I have to spend 5 hours of my time writing my book. So right now, I'm going to check and see how many hours I spend scrolling on social media on my phone. Okay, so funny story. When I was filming this, I thought my screen time on YouTube was 4 hours. Turns out I was looking at the daily average, not the actual time for Tuesday. My screen time was insane, y'all. 7 hours and 49 minutes. Yep, that's almost 8 hours of YouTube. And TikTok was 25 minutes. So basically, I owe myself way more writing time than I thought. It was a big mistake. And honestly, I just wonder, what the heck am I doing with my life to be on social media that long? Anyway, on with the video. So with that being said, I'm going to do my writing routine, make myself a coffee, do a warm up and all that stuff, and just get into it. Session for the first hour is done, and I felt like I got a good amount of progress. At first I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck. And I was struggling at the beginning, y'all, when I was writing. I knew what the scene was supposed to be about, but I was really struggling to get the words down. And I feel like I still need to work on dialogue. Dialogue is something my weak points. So right now I want to see how many words I got so far. And the word count I got so far was 1,239 words in 1 hour writing session. I feel like that's pretty good. It's not bad. I don't know if y'all watch other videos, but I started at the midpoint because I didn't want to start chapter 1 again, because I feel like I've been writing chapter 1 over and over again. And if you keep doing that, to me at least, it makes you just not feel excited to write the story. You get tired of writing over and over again. You feel burnt out from doing it. So I just had to move on with chapter 1. And I went to the part I was most excited about for my book, which was the midpoint of the story. I'm really excited by that point because there's a big secret that drops that everyone finds out. And then I wrote the aftermath, the character's reaction to it. And today I'm writing, there's still the reaction to the midpoint, but I want to also focus on the plan. What is their plan to get everything back, to fix the mistake they made? I was writing a really emotional part of the scene, and I feel like I could add a little bit more emotion, especially in the way they talk or express their opinion about the situation. So right now, I'm just going to take maybe a few minute break, and I'm trying my best not to get on social media between each break. I really want to really badly, but I think I'm just going to go outside, get some fresh air, or maybe read a book, because the time is currently 10:15 a.m. and I was supposed to start my next writing session at 11 a.m. Gives me away from the laptop, gives my eyes a break from the screen, and make sure that my phone storage is pretty good, because I forgot last night to clean my phone storage. That's the thing about using your phone to make these videos. You have to make sure your phone storage is good, or it's going to stop recording in the middle of your session. And trust me, I've been through that so many times. But anyway, take a little break. Started to leave this book right now. I am for some reason having a hard time focusing and concentrating, and I'm just like, can I just stay with it? You have 39 minutes left. So I just finished the second session of my writing session, y'all, and let me tell y'all, I was giving out. My attention span, when it gets to the 2-hour mark or sometimes the 3-hour mark, my mind just go other places. I put displays of people maybe walking through snow or cities, gonna bias or display whatever as background noise. And I was so busy watching him walking through that nice hotel. I was watching him walk instead of writing that I lost a few minutes of time. And then I had the urge to just go on Pinterest. And y'all, I was just Googling random stuff like perfume smells they use, different types of perfumes from the 1970s. And I'm like, Hannah, what does I gotta do with anything right now? So 11 words on this second session. I would have got more if I stayed focused. I was really struggling with POV alternate. I was really struggling with whose POV I wanted for this chapter, because I started a new chapter during this writing session because the last chapter ended on something, a major event, and I didn't know whose POV should pick it up. And also I feel like when I'm writing this part, I was thinking I wasn't a fan on how the characters reacted to something they learned in the last chapter. So maybe the next session, I might go back and change their reaction, because I just feel like if you were reading it, it would be anticlimactic. So right now, y'all, my brain is fried. She is tired of thinking, and she's tired of looking at this screen and writing these words. I'm gonna read and eat lunch and maybe just watch a little TV. The afternoon fatigue is starting to get to me now. I don't know what it's about the afternoon. When it hits almost 3 o'clock, I just have no energy. My energy is just shot. And I almost slipped up, y'all. I sat on the couch for a minute to figure out what I'm going to do next with the rest of the video. My first reaction was to pull up my phone and go straight to TikTok. And I was like, oh, shoot. And I got off it really quick. For a second, y'all, I forgot I was doing this challenge. So I had to hurry up and get off TikTok. I had to hurry up and just close out of TikTok. I was like, oh, shoot. I don't want to add extra sentences to this challenge. Because remember I said at the beginning of the video, if I get on TikTok, start scrolling, that's an extra 2 to 5 sentences I have to write. So with that being said, I am going to move on to the third writing session. This session right here is 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then after that, we have one more session. And I am going to say that for night, maybe after dinner, before I go to bed. But right now, I need to pick me up. And look at this cute little mug I got from Dollar Tree. She is so adorable, guys. You haven't watched my last video, check out the last video I made where I decorated my home for fall. If you're looking for a cozy, relaxing video that really gets you into the fall mood and the spirit of fall, and maybe you're facing a little bit of seasonal depression and you need something just to boost your spirit, make you a little happier, check out my video, and link is in the description below. I'm guarantee y'all gonna love that video. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on with the rest of the video. Y'all excuse how I look. I did not really feel like putting on makeup right now, but let me fill y'all in on the tea. Let me spill the tea of yesterday's events. So after I showed y'all my what's it, like the third writing session of that day, I burnt out. I gave up. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't do this. My attention span was going everywhere else. And y'all, I caved. I gave in. I caved. When it came to dinner time, I was like, I gotta watch something with my dinner. Now, most people say, Hannah, you could have just read a book, or you could have just went on Netflix and watched something. But no, I want to go on YouTube. So I went on YouTube and watched a video of a girl talking about the worst K-dramas ever. And I have to say, I agree with her on that, because those K-dramas that she listed were god awful. But anyway, besides all that, I fumbled the ball. I failed. And then when the fourth writing session came that night, I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat it like college. I'm going to treat this fourth writing session. I'm back at college, pulling an all-nighter. And I set up my desk. I had my timer up. Now, my iPad, disclaimer, y'all, I use my iPad for timers on YouTube, study timers, or writing sprints to help me stay focused. I'm so embarrassed to tell y'all how many words I got last night. Every writer's probably cringy right now when I tell you, but I got 40 words last night. I only got 40 words written down, closed the laptop, and didn't even help at all that my cat was trying to distract me. She had an attitude with me. She didn't want me to get in my chair. She likes to sit at my desk, and when I try to sit at the desk, she like, move, get out of my way. And she would try to bite you too about that. She don't play about that chair. So I was not about to fight the cat. But looking back today, I realized my mistake of why I couldn't get through this challenge. I didn't have a prepared, flexible schedule for yesterday. And I realized that maybe instead of just doing 2 hours to 3 hours straight, I should have just done maybe 1 hour or a 30-minute sprint and then walked away for a while and came back. I should have done a back and forth pattern throughout the entire day. And this morning though, I came back with a lot of energy, a lot of pump. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I have more ideas in my head. I feel like that I need that sleep. I had a good cup of warm coffee, pumpkin, white mocha coffee in my hand. I was like, I'm ready for this. Then I saw my screen time, y'all. When I tell you I saw that screen time, all the energy, all the creativity just deflated from me. So my screen time was worse on Wednesday than it was Tuesday, because I don't know what's going on Tuesday. Tuesday, I was barely touching my phone. But Wednesday, y'all, oh my gosh, from last Wednesday, I had over 1 hour and 44 minutes of screen time. Hannah, what are you doing? I don't know. What am I doing? And YouTube, hold on, I got it right here. YouTube was 4 hours and 36 minutes. Still the same with YouTube. So many hours. And I'm like, Hannah, what am I doing with my time? And I just think to myself, there's nothing wrong with scrolling on social media. There's nothing wrong with just letting your brain rest and have a break from thinking. But at the same time, though, that's 6 hours of my time staring at a screen where I could have been doing something else. I could have been working harder on YouTube. I could have been writing my book. Hello. I could have been reading books. I could have been doing something more productive than just staring at my phone screen. And I just feel really bad. It got to that point where I have over 6 hours of just scrolling on social media. That's not even counting Pinterest and Instagram. Instagram, I don't get on it much. For some reason, I just don't really care too much about Instagram. So this morning, I sat down. I did not film it because I'm going to be so real, y'all. Your girl is lazy sometimes. So this morning, I sat down and wrote for 2 hours. I was going to do 1 hour, but at the same time this morning, for some reason, I had a lot of creativity going through me. I woke up this morning in the mood to write. So I was writing for 2 hours and I got a lot of words in. I got 1,515 words written of my novel this morning. And the goal for today is to get 6 hours and 20 minutes because, like I said, the rules, like last Wednesday, that's how much time I spent scrolling on YouTube and TikTok, my main social medias that I get on. So I already took care of 2 hours. I have 4 more hours and 20 more minutes to go. But since I fumbled the ball, y'all, I probably got to tackle on at least 5 to 10 extra minutes to write just 3 to 5 extra sentences. So with that being said, I'm going to sit down right now this afternoon. And y'all, took a big gap between this morning and this afternoon. And that was probably not a good idea because now it's pushing 3 o'clock. So with that being said, I am going to get started writing on this session. Y'all, I'm on the second sprint right now of the second writing session of this challenge, and I realized I need a chapter by chapter layout badly. I feel stuck right now. I feel like I'm dragging on scenes longer than they need to be. The scenes do have purpose. Yes, they serve a purpose, but I feel like I am dragging it out longer than it should be. And when you read it, it's gonna make my story sound a little stall or dull, and you're like, oh my gosh, just move on to the next thing. And honestly, I feel like the stakes aren't raised enough. And so I decided to just pause writing, stop writing. The first sprint I did write, but I couldn't move forward. At first I thought, say the cat outline be enough, that'd be plenty. But as I need to know every detail, I realized that I think I'm a mixture between a pantser and a planner, a plotter. So I started using this method, the 27 chapter method. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that method before, but basically it's a different method of outlining. I don't know too much details about it. I just been doing a little bit of research on it before in the past because I stumbled across it by accident. 3-act story structure, but at the same time though, the acts are divided into 3 blocks, and then the blocks break down even further to chapters. So in every block there's about 3 to 4 chapters. Oh my god, y'all, I almost trying to get over here. Y'all, we are pulling the all-nighter. It's like college all over again. I got my popcorn and I got my Diet Coke. We have about a little over 2 hours left of this challenge today. Let's see if I can actually do it tonight. Last night, I couldn't make it through it. I only lasted less than 30 minutes. I only got about 40 words in. I'm a little hopeful for this because I have heard that people are generally more creative at night or super early in the morning. The sun's rising early in the morning and late at night. I don't know the science behind that. That's what I heard. But y'all let me know in the comments. Have y'all heard anything like that? That at nighttime people are more creative and are a little bit more focused?
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I missed. I know.
The coffee shop, Starbucks, and y'all, let me just say this morning's writing session, it was pretty good. Early morning and just sitting around in a coffee shop drinking delicious coffee. It was just such good vibes writing today. And last night I came up with a scene idea for my story and I was like, oh, this might add a little bit of drama. So I was trying to write it as fast as I can before I got really sleepy, and it took me a while to come up with this scene. I was just sitting there just trying to figure out how to raise the stakes more in this chapter. And then today at the coffee shop, I finished writing the scene and it came out so well. I don't have my laptop on me right now. I put it all in the house and I came back out here and filmed. But I think I got today 1,600 words, around 1,600 words this morning. I tried to stay for 2 hours, but I couldn't stay the whole time because I forgot I had an appointment with my car. So I had to hurry up and leave because I was 30 minutes late for my appointment. And I was like, oh shoot, because I lost track of time. Like, I was really getting in the zone of typing, and I was like, oh my God. So I had to close up everything. And Theo! Y'all, so update. In the middle of filming, I looked up and I saw my dog going towards the road. This little guy was trying to get himself killed. Don't look at me like that. You know better. I was looking around talking, and I looked to the corner of my eye. I saw him right there at my mailbox, and there was a truck coming, and I was like, oh heck. So I had to grab him, and then I didn't want to get all the way towards in the road myself because I didn't want to get hit either. So I grabbed his paws and just pulled him down the hill. I think I scared him a little bit. He was like, what the heck? He was looking at me all nervous. And I didn't mean to scare him. I got scared because I didn't want him to get hurt. Y'all, you're outside, keep an eye on your dogs. And I can't remember what I was trying to tell you guys, and I forgot what I was trying to say. That's why I don't film too much outside with them, because you have to film and you got to watch them too. Sorry guys, hold on. Let me just put my words together. Okay, I'm calm now. So basically what I'm trying to say in so many words, the writing session this morning was really good. So I'm gonna take a break, edit some of this video. I got another video I have to edit, y'all. I'm so behind on videos right now, and I have this video and 2 others I'm supposed to be editing, and I'm just really behind. I need to learn time management skills. I forgot to mention to y'all, my writing time today was around 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours. So I want to come back later after lunch and take care of a few other things, like editing this video, editing other videos. I'm trying to post more on YouTube because I know posting more helps with growth and gets you more comfortable being on camera. So with that being said, let's move on with the rest of this vlog. All right, y'all, we are in the final crunch of this challenge. What I'm saying is right now, it feels like I'm a sports narrator and I'm narrating a football game. Today is Thursday of this challenge, the final last day. Lord knows I can only go 3 days with this challenge. It's almost 7 o'clock this evening, and I want to try to see if I can finish it up. Now, today was merciful, y'all. The goal for today was 4 hours and 38 minutes. I'm like, thank you, God. So today is a little easier, and I got a lot done at the coffee shop this morning, but I was aiming for 2 hours this morning, but I only got 1 hour 30. I think I have this evening 3 hours left. Guys, I'm sorry that math isn't mathing right now. So I got my Diet Coke again, and y'all, I have been strung out on caffeine this whole challenge. Coffees, Diet Cokes, and I don't think I had enough water intake for this. The time is currently after 10 o'clock tonight, and I feel creatively drained. So this is the last day of the experiment, and I can't say that I'm not happy it's over. Originally in the plan, I thought about doing this for a whole week, and y'all, I don't think I could do this for a whole week. Don't get me wrong, I love writing. Writing is my passion. Writing is my baby, but at the same time, I don't think I could do it for so many hours of the day, hours at a time. At the beginning of the day, I noticed that I have a lot of more creativity. I have more ideas. I had time to rest and recuperate. And at night, when I first start my writing routine at night, I feel creative. I feel like I have a lot of energy. I feel excited for new scenes. Then after the first 30 minutes, I start to see myself growing bored and tired of writing the story. I love my story, but at the same time, I get tired of looking at it, if that makes sense. So I just don't think I could do a writing sessions all day long. I know some authors, they probably do spend a lot of their day just writing nonstop. During this challenge, I have learned 3 things about myself. 1, I have really bad time management skills. 2, I get easily distracted. And thirdly, I'm addicted to social media. During this experiment, I was really missing TikTok. There was some moments where I had downtime and I was like, man, I would love to scroll TikTok right now. And it just shows me just how bad the doom scrolling addiction is. Time management, I feel like if I pace myself, I plan this out better, I would have been more productive, honestly. I feel like poor planning and poor scheduling really affected my progress within this challenge. It's getting late and I'm gonna wrap this video up right here, y'all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel if you love videos like this. But anyway, guys, with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Bye. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I do these writing videos, sometimes I wonder if y'all even get tired. Sometimes I have no idea what to film or what to say when I do these writing vlogs, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm fairly new to the writing niche. I tried a year or two ago to do writing, but I only did it for a short period of time and then stop. Do I come off as repetitive when I show myself writing all the time? Like, oh, there she goes again, showing another clip of her writing. I know it's a writing channel, I get that. But at the same time though, I'm just curious.